Hello and welcome to another video. I hope that you're all very well. Today I'd like to talk about speed humps and bumps. What are they and at what speed should we ideally be driving over them? However, before I get started, I just wanted to say a big thank you to all our subscribers, because without you guys, this video today would not be possible. If you're watching this channel and you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button right now so that you do not miss out on our future videos. So, without wasting time, let's talk about speed humps and bumps. Speed humps, bumps, and speed cushions are a type of traffic calming measurement. They are designed not to encourage us drivers to slow down, but to force us to slow down. Because if we don't, we get a horrible jolt, uncomfortable drive, and we can possibly cause damage to our vehicles. Let's start off with speed humps. These were initially designed to be placed outside schools and playgrounds. However, these days, speed humps are everywhere. You just can't go for a local drive without coming across a speed hump. Speed humps, they span across the whole width of the road, and they're covered in the same tarmac as the road itself. The only thing that makes them visible from the distance is the white triangle that's often painted on them. Speed humps are normally placed on 20-mile-an-hour roads, but not always. The highway code advises that we should drive at a constant speed and not increase our speed between these speed humps. So if they're placed on 20-mile-an-hour road, then the highway code is basically suggesting that it will be advisable to drive over the humps at 20 miles an hour. So let's go for a little drive, just for a minute or two, and see if we can actually drive on these speed humps at 20 miles an hour. At the moment, I'm driving along this 20 mile an hour road, and my speed is exactly on 20. It's quite a wide road, but as I said, it's very difficult to go for a drive these days, local drive, without seeing any humps. In fact, there was a hump there that it did not have any the triangle like the one in front, so I can see this one in front. In fact, these humps aren't so bad at all, because I took the last one at 16 miles an hour. It had a flat surface on top, so it was actually flat. Again, I can see a pedestrian crossing there, and it's got the triangles just before the crossing, so it's got a hump underneath the crossing, but it's flat on top. Makes it easier for the pedestrians to cross, and also it's easier for the vehicles as well. Okay, I see another pedestrian crossing, and it's got a hump on it, and I'm going to see if I can take this at 20 miles an hour. So my speed is exactly 20 at the moment, still doing 20, and that wasn't bad. I did that at 20 miles an hour, and that was fine to me. So we have another hump, and I'm going to see if I can do this at 20. So my speed has been constant between the last hump and this one at 20 miles an hour. No problem at all. And the reason why I can drive at 20 miles an hour on these humps without any problem, I think, is because they were flat on top. The top of the humps were taken off and that made it easier for me to drive over at that speed. Some humps are not flat on top, and they're actually quite narrow. Those are the ones you need to be careful about. Hopefully I'll be able to find one of those shortly. I know there's some humps in the side road soon. So I'm just going to be turning right into one of these side roads. Got it. Saw the side road there in the distance. There's another hump here, but again, that was flat. And I think the reason that's flat is because we're on a main road. Now here we have a hump, and it is not flat on top. That was at 12 miles an hour, but I'm going to increase my speed to 20 and see if I can take this one at 20. Wow, that was not good. So no, you can't take these at 20 miles an hour. Let me try at 15. Well, I said 15, that was done at 13 miles an hour. So let's see this one. Well, that was better, and that was done at 10 miles an hour. So if these humps you have to do at 10 miles an hour to make it really smooth, does the highway code, here's the hump, and again my speed is 10. The highway code advises not to increase speed between the humps. So is this the speed I'm supposed to drive at? 10 miles an hour? I don't think so. I think people are going to get annoyed. So I am going to increase my speed, and I'm doing 15 miles an hour at the moment, and I'm going to brake for the hump. Well, I had to brake a lot more than that. I was about 0 miles an hour now for the oncoming vehicle. So at the moment my speed is 15 miles an hour, which, to be honest, I think is fair on this road, because I've got parked cars on both sides, but I still got my speed down to 10 miles an hour in order to take the hump. So from that little drive there, I'm just going to pull up on the left here for a second. From the little drive there, we've identified that we can take the humps at 18 to 20 miles an hour, provided we're, let me just move the car a little bit forward for this person behind me. So from the drive there, it shows that we can take the humps at 18 to 20 miles an hour, provided that the tops of the humps are cut off. And we normally find these on the main road. The reason why the tops are cut off on the main road is to make it easier for larger vehicles to go through over the humps, whereas you won't expect large vehicles on these side roads. Now, the humps, without the tops being cut off, the humps in the side roads here, I was finding them comfortable at 10 to 12 miles per hour. Now, the highway code is advising me that I should not increase my speed between the humps, but I personally, I think I would not drive at 10 miles an hour throughout the whole road. A lot of people would get annoyed, so I would personally increase my speed between the humps. But then you need to check on, you need to take into account how far the humps are, because if the humps are quite far away, then yes, you can get the speed up to 20 miles an hour and then slow it down to 10 miles an hour before the hump. So we've spoken about the humps. Now let's take a look at bumps. Yes, there is a difference. There's a big difference. The bumps, they also run along the road, but they are much narrower. They're basically made of plastic or rubber sometimes, and the average speed, the recommended speed to go over these bumps is about 5 miles per hour. As you can see, the white car has almost stopped prior to going over the bump. My speed was 4 miles an hour when I went over the bump. Well, we've covered speed humps and bumps. Now let's take a look at speed cushions. Speed cushions, even though they've got the name as cushions, they are not soft. They're as hard as the bumps and the humps. Rather than running across the length of the road, the width of the road, should I say, sorry, rather than running across the width of the road, they actually are divided into 2 or 3 smaller sections depending on the width of the road. Now, there's 2 ways of driving over speed cushions. Generally speaking, this is what I do. Generally speaking, I drive over the center of the speed cushion. So I centralize the cushion in the center of my car, and I have both wheels on the sides and go over it like so. However, some speed cushions are so high that if you do that, you may scrape the bottom of your car. In that case, then I would advise you, if you notice that the speed cushion is high, is to take one of the wheels, the left wheel, should I say, because we're on the left side of the road, take the left wheel on the center of the speed cushion so the right wheel is on the road. So rather than your car going straight, your car's at an angle like that. Let's take a look at some speed cushions during a short drive. Now I can see the speed cushion in front. We can identify that with the arrows. So I've centralized it, and my speed is 15 miles an hour, and that was very comfortable. The speed cushion was not high. Now here's another one, and again this time I'm going to do about 17-18 miles an hour. That was a little bit bumpier, and the reason for that is because my right wheel went over the cushion and my left wheel didn't. That was because I couldn't position in the center due to the oncoming vehicle. Now here it looks like I'm going to have to take both cushions due to the parked car here. So I'm going to take a bit slower. That wasn't too bad either. This time 20 miles an hour. Let's see how that feels like in the center. Not bad at all, not bad. What you've got to bear in mind is, if you're doing a driving test, is the position of the vehicle is more important than the comfort to the examiner. So here, yes, it'll be comfortable taking it like so in the center, but if there was a parked vehicle or an oncoming vehicle like this, then I'm not going to be able to get in the center, and my right wheel went over. So bear that in mind. Don't always try to centralize it. It's more important that you get the position right rather than thinking about the examiner's comfort. Now, we all hate, most of us should I say, hate these speed bumps, humps and cushions. The good news is that the future is actually brighter, because in Spain, the Spanish have invented these liquid cushions where they've already in operation in certain parts of Spain, that if you go over them slow, the liquid is soft and it'll just be like you can go comfortably, really comfortably over them. But if you increase your speed and you hit the cushion, or you hit these speed bumps or humps at a high speed, the liquid will harden. The liquid will harden, and you will feel a jolt and possibly even damage your vehicle. If you think that we should have these liquid cushions here in the UK, then please comment, let me know. Should the council invest some of their money in liquid cushions? Will it help make drivers willingly go at a sensible speed rather than trying to force us drivers to slow down? Whatever your thoughts are, I would love to hear your comments. Thank you very much for your time. Take care. Bye-bye.